helped me reach 500 subscriber. I always believed I understood Emily completely. 8 years of marriage will do that to you. Make you feel like you read every chapter of a person. I'd seen her laugh at bad jokes, soften tough rooms with a single comment, and leave people a little brighter than she found them. Everyone said she had a kind of gravity, a presence that pulled people in. I never minded. I never questioned it. She wasn't just magnetic. She was my partner, part of the life we built brick by brick. So when the annual company gala rolled around, I wasn't dreading it the way I usually did. I preferred quiet nights with takeout and a movie, but Emily wanted us there, and honestly, I didn't mind indulging her. She wore an emerald dress that made her look both polished and playful, and I felt an odd mix of pride and nerves walking beside her. The music thumped through the hall. People twirled across the dance floor, and laughter floated like confetti above the noise. Emily tugged me toward the center, teasing that I'd blend into the wall if she didn't drag me out. I laughed because she was right, and for a moment, it was just the two of us. Then everything shifted. A tall man in a sleek suit approached. Spencer, a project manager I'd seen around but never talked to. He complimented Emily's dress, and a small flicker of discomfort brushed through me. Innocent, I told myself. Just a dance, just a workplace event. But then his colleague, Ryan, young, tall, practiced confidence dripping off him, leaned toward Emily. He whispered something I couldn't catch, and she let out a laugh. Not our laugh. Not the relaxed, easy one she always had for me. This one was sharp, surprised, like being jolted awake. Then he reached for her hand. A small gesture, barely a touch. But something inside me tightened. "Take me if you're free," he said. Emily's eyes flew wide, as if someone snapped her back to reality. She stumbled, grabbed my arm, and muttered, "Let's sit, just for a minute." Her voice wasn't steady. It was pitched with genuine panic. Real panic. I guided her to a quiet corner by the refreshments. Her hand trembled when she reached for a glass of water. She tried to laugh it off, to brush away the moment like dust. But I'd seen too much. "Are you all right?" I asked, trying, and probably failing, to sound calm. She shook her head, inhaled shakily, and stared at her hands. The room felt too bright, the music too loud, as though everything was reminding us that trust, even strong trust, can feel delicate in certain light. Her gaze drifted toward Spencer and Ryan. They were laughing together, unbothered, and something inside me, the old fear of not being enough, stirred. Maybe she wanted attention. Maybe she missed a spark. Maybe I hadn't noticed. I wasn't expecting that, she whispered. I stayed silent, giving her space to breathe. Finally, I asked softly, "Do you want to talk about it?" When she looked at me, her eyes were filled with honesty and something like relief that I wasn't angry. "I froze," she admitted. "I panicked. He's always been bold, but I didn't know how to react." That word, panic, lodged itself in my mind. Not desire, not temptation, just pure, startled fear. Even so, something in me shifted, not into jealousy or rage, but into awareness that even the most solid things can wobble unexpectedly. Across the room, the two men carried on like nothing had happened. Ryan laughed again, like the world existed solely for his amusement. That contrast, their ease against our tension, brought me a strange clarity. I leaned closer to Emily. "Whatever happens, we face it together. Always, okay?" Her eyes glimmered. She squeezed my hand. "Always." We sat there for a while, letting the world spin around us. Eventually, Emily let out a real laugh, the laugh that felt like home, and whispered that she just needed a little space. I watched her weave through the crowd and find a quiet spot near the exit. She pressed her forehead to the wall, breathing deeply. That's when it struck me. This wasn't about a dance, or a man, or a moment. It was about us. The invisible string tying us together had shaken, but it hadn't snapped. I walked over and leaned beside her without touching her. "It's okay to panic," I said gently. "It just means you felt something unexpected." Her shoulders eased. "I hate that I let it get to me. I hate that for a second I didn't think of us." "But you did," I said. "That's why you walked away." That's why you're here. We stood there until the noise became nothing but background. And somewhere in that quiet, something settled inside me. Love doesn't stay perfect. It wobbles. It scares you. It surprises you. But it survives when you choose each other again and again, even in the shaky moments. When the gala finally ended, Emily apologized softly, and I smiled. You startled me because you matter, I told her. Because we matter. She squeezed my hand, this time steady, certain. I needed you to notice. And I did. By the time we walked out into the cool night air, I felt grateful, strangely, deeply grateful. We weathered a tiny storm, and instead of tearing us apart, it made us more aware of what we had. As we walked to the car, Emily nudged my shoulder with a teasing grin. Next time, she said, you're dancing with me first. I laughed, a real laugh, because in that moment, none of the fear or tension mattered anymore. What mattered was us, still here, still choosing each other, still stronger than the tremble.